This is Justin on Monday, August 9th, 2021. Have we ever had a day this small doing so little? Yeah, we have not that long ago. It it happened right back over here, and it's pretty much the same exact location, which is just crazy. So there, I've got the cursor sitting on that day. It was June 11th, and we're literally at the exact same spot. Like, that's it. We're right there. So nice, small little doji, very indecisive. I thought for sure we'd have some follow through. And at one point we were looking a little bit bullish, and I was thinking, oh, this might be a little bit of like a tweezer bottom if we can get going more. And we just didn't. We didn't even go. If we look at the 5-minute, there was such great potential to open up the day. You had a really nice triangle kind of forming here. I guess you kind of draw it that way. And then this really nice breakout. And it ran right into a couple of hammers right here at the same level as the open high. And that was it. I mean, it literally just didn't go. It was setting up to be like a double bottom here. That didn't go. Breaking out there, it actually broke down. This was a really nice hammer here. I saw this like shaved bottom. I thought, are we going to come back down there after this hammer? Sure enough, we did. Put in another hammer, taking out that low. That was a trap. Came back down and retested. So we kind of put in a double bottom here. And then that didn't go. I mean, it did sort of. And then that was it. Like, that was the only move. It was kind of a double bottom, really stretched out, kind of a stair step. That broke out, retested. That's not a hammer. Doesn't really even look like one. That's a upside down hammer. We were just hugging the 21 exponential today. And then this started to go. It's like, okay, great. Now we've broken above this level. We're going to keep going. That candle happens. Then that candle happens. It's like, all right, let's go. And it just completely turned around. So it's like, okay, that's a really good evening star reversal. Are we going to roll over from there? Nope. We just came right back down into this low and chopped back and forth between there for the last hour. That was it. I mean, that's a lot, but it just didn't go. And the whole range on the day was $26.36. That's it. It's a really small day, just like this one. This one was $33. This one back over here was 22. I think this was the smallest one. I don't remember exactly, but we've had small days like this. They pop up once in a while. Sometimes it's, part of like an evening star reversal. Sometimes that's a continuation. All that to say, I don't really know which way it's going to go, but I guess we'll have to wait and see. You can see the options: 3,400 call, 3,250 put. The puts just lost value and then really just went sideways all day here. The call, it looked like it was putting in a really good base around like 815 here, and then it came in and took out that price. I was getting an order ready to buy at 8 right here, and then that got filled. It didn't get filled till like over here, and then I was in this just sitting around waiting for something to happen. And I saw this candle come in. It's like, okay, let me just get out at 9, put the order in, and it didn't come back up to 9. And I tightened up my stop, and I got stopped out at the low, which got some slippage, but I was stopped out for almost a whole hour at 7.05. That was, and look, it's even on the chart. 705. That's my fill. So bought at 8, out at 705, lost less than an R. So that's good. But I had the opportunity to get out at 9. Just scalping an R would have been great. And when it came down here, it's like, I don't want to get scratched. I don't want to get break even. And was really hoping that it was just going to bounce, and it didn't go. I probably should have tightened up my stop a little bit more. It had come really far down, and I didn't really have a good place to move the stop up any further. I was just trying to give this thing some room because it was so sideways. I wanted to give it as much room as I could. So I just tightened up the stop a little bit. What's crazy is if I left the stop at 7, I wouldn't have been stopped out. So think on that a little bit. And then I could have gotten out right before the close for a little bit of a gain. And at that point I would have. But anyway, that's how I played it. And I'm glad I lost less than an R. The one thing I really did want to point out with actually trying to go bullish here, like I said, with the setup here, this really strong move, this candle, and then seeing this hammer and trying to get an order in to buy that, I really liked this low, mainly because of the confluence on the put. The high of the put was getting overbought, and the high here was running right back into the low from over here. So I thought, okay, this is a retest of that low. It should roll over from there. And it did. Technically, it did roll over. It just didn't roll over very much. It did hold that as a high at the overbought. And so looking at the opposite of that, it's like, oh, this is a really good place to be looking for a place to buy. So I was looking at, where was it now? I think I was looking at this shape being a double bottom and then trying to get a bit of a dip. So still looking to follow the double bottom on the RSI. This option didn't look great for that. I think I was looking at a different option too. I think I was looking at another week out just to see what it would do. But anyway, so got the order in, kind of thinking this was the double bottom here, and then this was a little bit of the retest, and I think that was the candle. Is that the one I was filling? No, it wasn't even that one. It was further over here it got filled. So then with this one, this could be the double bottom, and then this be the dip over here, which I was okay with that too. So anyway, like I said, that's why I played it. I don't have any idea which way it's going to go. I would love for it to continue, push down a little bit more, make the sellers a little bit happy that they pushed it lower, come right into this like 32. Let's see, what do we have price wise down there? I was going to say 32.35, but I'm going to go to a bigger time frame because I don't want to keep scrolling back. Let's go look at the hourly. 32.40, what is this? 32.48.95, 32.50. That'd be a nice place. Yeah, kind of brings back a lot of old memories here. If we pull down to 32.20, we're back into that triangle. So that big triangle that didn't end up working, but it was working for a while. So I could probably get rid of some of this stuff. It's older, but yeah, kind of nice to have it around once in a while when it starts to line up again. This is the consolidation here. So if we take actually, right after saying, oh, I should get rid of that. If we take that angle fits right here. And this angle fits right here. And so we kind of have, I guess a forward arrow, fast forward arrow, right? That's what that looks like. Two triangles like this looks like fast forward. And it's just been going slow. So anyway, we have that same angle. Will we come back down into this just about the same apex? So that's, 32.30, 32.20, that kind of range. I'm sure I could just tighten this up a little bit and be like, yeah, look, it's exactly the same. But, you can see that's about the same price. So these are kind of overlapping. If we were to do something like that again, that would be lining up something over here. So is anything lining up? This high isn't really lining up. This high right here isn't really lining up. I guess technically this high with this high is sort of lining up, but then I got to push this much further forward. And it chops right through there. I don't really like that. And then this one, if I just move that over to meet, and that's off the screen, we just meet that same level. I don't even know what would happen if I extend this to the left. Does that line up with anything? Extend to the left. And then can I turn this to the daily? Let us see a little further back. Okay. So we're way, 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 way over to the right. So we've got about the same apex in there. I'm just going to snug this up a little bit. Just try and line these up. Okay, so like 32.30, and take a step back and see, does that line coincide with anything? Because sometimes these do. Not really seeing it. Maybe it does. It'd be great if it touched like a low right there. So that might be a good angle. It's definitely a good angle from this move. It's a good angle for this. Well, not on the daily, but it's a good angle on just this little stretch here. We consolidated on the same kind of price range. Well, that's interesting. Oh, it's just tagging that. That's not really a good triangle. Not like that. I like that target zone, but I don't like the triangle, the shape. I think I've got something turned on in here. I can't remember what it's called, but it's drawing triangles. See, it says triangle up there on the right. You'll say it right here, triangle. There you go. I think it's just picking up shapes or something. So here's the latest one. So you definitely have a triangle here. Oh, that's interesting. Let me switch back to the hourly. Did this line up? No, it's a little too steep. No. I was gonna say if that lined up and then it broke down, that'd give us a new range. That kind of is a similar angle there. So anyway, I don't see something that fits really, really well, and not like this one. This fits really well. Just taking an old angle that worked. So that, you know, that one's that one. And then, I mean, if we, even we just take this and say, okay, does this line up on here? This is the consolidation we got right here, you know? So that's what we're doing. We're consolidating like this, and this low, I mean, I should probably put it down there. So we could keep going sideways for another week plus, you know, that's all that means. I'm gonna move that back. We'll set that there for a little bit. Do that, and I just wanted it around the same price. And then we'll just leave this on here. And if we want, we can come back and take a look. Back to the 5 minute that I like trading on. And just totally sideways. So a little bit of consolidation in here. I was making some highs, some higher highs, higher lows, but we're back right down here in the same range of, you know, the earnings, post earnings day. So we're just stuck here. We're stuck in this range. I don't know for how long. It's going to take a little while. This was such a big gap. It's going to take a little while for the 21 to catch up, which means like the Bollinger Bands are still pretty wide. We're not even to the middle of the band yet. The exponential is moving faster than the simple. So Bollinger Bands on a 20 period are going to be not that far off from here. So I think we're left with just consolidating between the long-term moving averages for a little bit. And so the 100 simple is up here, the 200 simple is down here. We're just right there in between. So got to give it some time. Those take a while, and we're really only, what is this, 7 days after earnings now. So it's a wait and see kind of thing. Hopefully get a little bit more moves in these candles, and we don't do too many of these really small ones, because it's you know, it's just hard to look for something, get into something, and then have it just go sideways. So hope this helps. This is just AMZN. Thanks.